In this video, we will learn about abstract classes. Let us revisit the game hierarchy from our gaming application. We saw that we can create an object in this way. We can also assign a subclass object to a superclass reference. We can also create an object of game. What game does a player play in this case? I mean, the game looks so abstract. Is it a jigsaw? A word puzzle? Chess? What is it? Well, there are some classes that just should not be instantiated. We want a game class for inheritance and polymorphism, but we want programmers to instantiate only the subclasses that actually represent some games. No abstract game objects. There is a simple way to prevent a class from ever being instantiated. We can mark the class as abstract. When we do this, the compiler will not let us call new on it, but we can still use the abstract type as a reference type. A class which is not abstract is called a concrete class. When we are designing the class inheritance structure, we have to decide which classes are abstract and which are concrete. Only the ones that are specific enough to be instantiated should be concrete. Besides classes, we can also mark methods as abstract too. Well, since we cannot create an instance of game, as we wouldn't know how to play it, it also does not make sense to define a play method in abstract class game. So, instead of providing a meaningless, dummy implementation, we can simply mark the method as abstract. A specific subclass, like a jigsaw, should define a way to play itself. An abstract method must be overridden in a subclass. So, having an abstract play method in the game class ensures that somewhere down the inheritance hierarchy, the method will be overridden with a concrete implementation. Thus, abstract classes are those that cannot be instantiated. Abstract methods have an empty body, and the declaration ends with a semicolon. Also, all abstract methods must be overridden in the first concrete subclass in the inheritance tree. If a subclass does not override the abstract method, it should be marked as abstract. What happens to the start and quit methods that are there in the game class? Now that we have made the classes abstract, we can still have those methods, and since we are providing default implementations to be used by subclasses, these methods are non-abstract. An abstract class can have both abstract and non-abstract methods. But even if one method in a class is abstract, the class should be marked abstract. So, while an abstract class can have non-abstract methods, an abstract method cannot exist in a non-abstract class. Let's recap. In this video, we learned about abstract classes. Abstract classes are those that cannot be instantiated. They are only meant for inheritance and polymorphism. A class which is not abstract is called a concrete class. Abstract methods have an empty body, and the declaration ends with a semicolon. Abstract methods must be overridden in the first concrete subclass in the inheritance tree. Also, an abstract class can have both abstract and non-abstract methods. But a non-abstract class cannot have an abstract method.